Yeah, they're not straight up rebutting like, well, of course he's not. But at the same time, they still don't fully look like they're.
And I get that. So go to a shop and buy pants.
You don't need a pair of pants, you dick.
I'm gonna buy the cheapest pair of shorts I can find.
How does he buy it?
He has a bag full of money.
Oh.
Well, yeah, but no shit.
He has a bag full of basically jewelry and stuff.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those things.
So he's going to be overpaying. There's no way for a clothing shop to be able to appropriately estimate how much a piece of jewelry is. So they could completely just lowball you.
Just hand him one of the gold rings. Give me some pants for that.
Yes, I should do. Walk in and be like, clothe me.
Clothe me now.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk in with the gold ring and just be like, clothe me.
They hand you pretty nice looking clothing. I mean,
so you went from having only pants to having nothing to having a cloak, and now you're getting fully clothed. Like, you have a shirt too, dude.
Yeah.
You have a shirt and a shirt. Like, they're
You get shoes?
Huh? Yes, you get shoes. They're fully clothing him, and it's nice clothing. It's not
the cheap.
To be fair, it's not adventuring clothing either, though. This is more
he'll break it in.
City folk, like upper class city folk, kind of.
That's just what a monk needs.
You'll break it in. It'll work out in the end.
I'll never suspect.
Some bits and pieces might fall off, but you don't fucking care. You like walking around naked.
I'm gonna walk back out to the other guards still standing there with.
Yes, but another guard has also shown up.
I dumped the necklace out of the box.
Better.
So it'll fall on the ground.
Okay.
Because he threw it on the ground.
Okay.
Outside of the box. You better hope there's nothing in the box.
Oh, it's been out of the box.
Yeah, well checked.
$21.
Alright. You still feel compelled to pick it up.
I'll walk away.
Alright. It was only compulsion. It wasn't demand or...
It's on the ground next to the guards.
Do you know where it is, though?
I'll give you a chance, because I wasn't done describing what the guard who was just walking up looked like. I'll give you a chance to not do what you just did, to save yourself from being immediately killed.
You're getting a warning, dude. You better take it.
Alright. What do I see?
What do I not do?
The third guard, it's noticeable that he's a guard, but his armor is less, like he's not as built in terms of armor. He's wearing more noticeable robes and stuff. This guard's clearly a magic user and stuff. He's walking up. It's basically just to dump out essentially a glowing necklace into the street, and a magic user is walking up. The magic user is going to do detect magic, and lo and behold, he just jumped down a necromantic item. What the fuck, dude? We just killed 5 people for having stuff to do with the... At least in the box, because the box muted out you couldn't really feel it in the box. It still had the compulsion, but you couldn't see the aura of it. So...
Beat the box.
I was kind of hoping they would see this as an action of trying to get rid of it.
No, it could be just seen as somebody's going to see a necklace on the ground. Pick it up.
Yeah. Because that's what I thought when he dumped it on the ground and walked away. I'm like, someone else is going to pick this up and it's going to screw them over.
I was going to hope it was going to be the guards and they would just...
I was kind of hoping to fuck over the guards.
I don't want them fucked over, but they at least apparently have some way of dealing with this.
You just can't convey it.
So I mean, if you want to, like, if you don't, if you want to still try your luck and see what happens.
No, I won't dump it out.
No.
You'll just do it. Jill suggested and set the box down.
The entire box.
Okay.
Bomb.
You set the box down. I said, okay, you set the box down.
Okay.
Turn around and thin your hands. Wait.
No. No,
Then I
it's
sigh and
in
kind
his
of grip
pocket.
your chest a little bit in happiness that it's fun. Only to feel the
Alright.
feeling of metal in your hand. You look down and the necklace is around your neck. You son of a bitch. But no, it's the third guard that came. Basically, he's checking you over, making sure that you weren't hurt, like, because it did look like there was a bit of a scuffle going on. Clearly, a larger humanoid picked you up, and they're just making sure you're not hurt. So.
Guards like
You weren't
rock.
crying.
Try to
Yeah,
inform.
you were crying and stuff, and you had to make people pay attention by using a spell that was essentially
I need an adult.
your rape whistle. And
I need an adult.
I try to inform the guards. Man in the shadows gave me that box.
okay, will check.
25.
You're just spouting out nonsense right now.
This isn't good. Am I enjoying my lunch?
Yeah, it's a nice lunch. When you paid for the room, it was everything was paid for, so they're feeding you quite nicely.
You think they would take the babbling in a box as a sign that something's up?
Not necessarily.
They might get suspicious,
Can
but
you guys-
it might not be a good suspicious.
But also, at the same time,
Can you guys
they've proven that some of the guards aren't the highest intel. They might just take it as
Oh, what about this
some
magic
naked
user
guy
who would
came
be
up from behind me and picked me up. He's clearly shaken, guys. I mean,
I understand that not all guards are intelligent, but you defined this third guy as
the
a
magic user. But at the same time, he's walking in with no context of what's going on.
Exactly. So he sees a guy
You're
babbling
dropping,
out a box.
you're dropping stuff, picking it. You're dropping stuff, and then you're babbling about, and they're making it aware that naked guy picked you up, and so, and he's more concerned about making sure that you're not hurt. I mean, you can try and try
Do you have a
again.
diary?
I have the diary written of everything that's happened on our adventure since we started.
And does it include the necklace?
That happened after I wrote my previous page.
So, no.
So
Oh,
it hasn't
okay.
been,
So it hasn't been
hadn't-
updated yet. Damn.
Hasn't been updated yet. I do it every night.
I was trying to help you. Sorry.
It would have helped, but
But go ahead and try again. We'll check again. You might be able to kind of pique his interest.
17.
Or 17? Like all together at 17?
Altogether it's 17.
Owie.
You okay? He's seeming like he's starting to get a little bit concerned on what's going on. He's still not completely connected, but you can definitely tell that he's starting to get the picture that it's not.
What's upset?
You're not
you
babbling
isn't it?
because you're upset. You're babbling because there's something that's keeping you from actually forming sentences. He's starting to kind of piece it together. So.
Point at the box and say the word necromancy.
Okay, we'll check.
At least he's simplifying. He's not trying to explain.
Yeah.
He's just, that.
And that's keeping the check lower because he is not just straight up trying to tell the story
Just
about
spell it. Spell it out.
15.
15? Okay.
do you get the point?
One moment. Yeah, no. Yeah, again, he's kind of getting a bit more of a picture, but at the same time, he's still. You weren't
Did he
able
at
to
least
fully
point
see.
to it?
Yeah, he pointed at the
Okay.
bottom. So you were. But.
Evil.
That's fine.
Oh, he finally not 20.
That doesn't necessarily mean anything. I have to roll to see if I actually
Well,
understand.
still.
Oh, no, he's getting it now. He's connecting the dots really now, so.
Oh, by the way, how much does that take off for the gold?
Oh, not much at all.
You just took out one ring, so I mean, you're probably still loaded with your 4,000.
You're, yeah.
Okay.
he's connected the dots. As he reaches over and grabs you by the back of the shirt. He's not roughly, he's kind of more so kind of leading you as he picks up the box at your...
And burst into flames.
Oh, no.
Wow.
And dark
My
fire
curse is
consumes
extended
him.
to the other NPCs.
Come with me. Yeah, again,
I was
not...
going to say, he has you by the neck. Or
He's
the
not,
back of the neck.
again, I'm saying
Yeah.
he's not gripping, he's kind of more so leading.
Come with
And
me,
when he
come
said
with
come
me.
with me, he's not saying it in a menacing tone. He's not saying it in a mad tone. It's just kind of like, come with me.
We shall deal with this.
I will go with him.
Alright.
I will follow. I know
Guards are the other two guards are kind of
I know they are.
blocking your path. They're,
He's pretty snazzily dressed now, though.
they still kind of know who it is. Just because I've covered my shame now, guys. You can't even see like the big outline of it
Should have got a
now.
haircut too.
Then they would have been confused. Then they wouldn't.
He got all snazzy.
Whoa, where'd he go? Like they can
like
still
Assassin's
clearly
Creed.
see
They
it.
might have just started treating him like a noble.
Yeah,
Like-
no, straight up Assassin's Creed. He sits down on the bench, they forget who he is.
Like they're watching as he's clearly like buying the clothes. They're like, I see you. I see you. He gets like his hair barely comes. They're like,
Where the fuck did he go?
what the fuck?
A single hair.
Hello, sir. But yeah, they're obstructing your way. So
Can I go with my friend, please?
You did say please.
Of all the magic words, I've heard that's the
Look,
most
if you want to
powerful.
escort me, you're more than welcome to.
That's a 10th level
I just
spell
want to make
right
sure he's
there.
okay. Let me tell you.
Okay.
Let me tell you. You come out of this and you don't recognize me, I'm killing you.
I don't know, you are clothed.
they
He's so used to you being naked.
they both flank you as they begin leading you in the same general
Okay,
direction.
that's fine.
Because at the same time, again,
No,
like I did
okay.
sense motive, and
Can I
basically
have
I'm just
second lunch?
yes, you can, you have it, but
That's second breakfast.
that's second everything.
Okay.
Do you assume they don't have a second lunch too?
I'd probably have a third lunch.
They have
Opposites.
They have
second
they have
lunch,
they have
brunch, dinner, a supper. What has a couple of other ones? It's like common names that are normally used for the same thing, like dinner and supper. Usually, the
which
same.
ironically old people call lunch.
That's a Nebraska thing too.
Is it?
Nebraska calls supper lunch, and then dinner's
That
dinner.
would just completely destroy me
It's,
completely.
I was there and I was like,
working
we're
at-
having dinner, and it's like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Why are we having?
Yeah, try working in a nursing home.
Like
All right, for dinner.
if I was there, like
We're
I would
having
literally
lunch. I'm
just
like-
have no idea what's going. It's dark out.
We're eating
It
food, okay.
can't be lunch. How
No,
long do I
it's-
stay up here?
It's weird. Like the cola to pop to soda thing too. Oh my god, that's annoying.
I just kind of accept
In Nebraska, it's all pop.
that whatever they call a meal, it's just, it's time to eat.
At least it's not Coke.
Yeah, isn't that down south where they all call it Coke?
That's
Texas.
Yeah.
it's that, but it's also in Chicago. So.
Is it in Chicago? Wow. I thought Chicago was on the pop train.
It's kind of very. I mean, I've heard a lot of people call it Coke in Chicago when I lived in Chicago, but I mean,
You live in Chicago?
I'm for the biggest part of my early life. Yeah,
I did not know that.
You learned something today.
I did.
Congratulations.
Knowledge power!
You know what I do every day? Read a book.
knowledge.
Knowledge!
Dilapidated
I read
Lamborghini.
one book every day.
So
We're all
yeah,
gonna get that dilapidated Lamborghini.
Wabawini.
so I
In my
go
boot
ahead-
bikini.
I go ahead and follow the
Drinking
guy.
this martini.
Okay,
Oh, I bet.
that was Nogla that was doing that, right?
It was all of them.
That was all of them. Well, I
was
mean, I know he was
Wildcat.
the one that was like at least
It
started.
was Wildcat Manos and Denova.
Jake, can you give me that Dairy Queen cup?
I thought he was the one though that like at the beginning of the video he was the one who initially said
The one
like
who
he's the one
started
that
it was,
knowledge and
The ones who originally started was Van Austin and Wildcat, 'cause they were talking about it during a different video. Then they did an entire video dedicated to it.
That was a death run that they were doing with the Applewhite Lamborghini. I love just all the channels. I subscribe to all of them. So.
True.
But while that's happening, while you're going to, you are finishing up your meal.
Is
Is
dinner
it
time
good?
yet?
Pretty close. I mean, you've been sitting eating for a little while.
Gods.
No, I'll go to the stable. It's starting to get a little later in the day now. Yes.
Yeah. It's,
Okay, I got
it's
lessons
not
with.
super late. Like it's still early enough that you can do things, but
Yeah,
it's
because I
kind
have
of mid-noon at this point. So
training with Stable Boy.
who already has an incredibly high opinion of you.
What'd you do?
She
She's
trained
being
him.
nice to him. She wasn't mean to him when she spoke. She
Don't
basically bought him a weapon. She's
Remember how
helping
she-
him train as much as she can.
Remember how she treated that clerk that one time? She's doing the
It's-
polar opposite.
Okay, inverse that. And there you go.
Instead of destroying somebody, I'm creating somebody.
He is working. There's a couple other people working out there with him. Yeah. He's working. He's still clearly the youngest person. And the moment he sees you, he perks up and he starts waving happily at you. So.
I go to my horse.
Did you just give the princess wave?
I'm a noble. You weren't there to have that explanation,
people.
were you?
No, he wasn't. You could have kept that.
Yeah,
secret
everybody
from
found out my character class.
Oh.
I'm a noble. I'm an NPC class. I ain't got shit for nothing.
Brandon was immediately on it. He's like, wait.
Yeah, he got it pretty fast.
Which, good for him, actually, on just immediately, like, zooming in on the, wait a minute.
Yeah.
None of these stats make sense. Wait. Like, he didn't exactly get what you were, but he knew you
He
were
knew
a
something else
basic
was
class. You were something...
Because he knew that for what my level was, since I leveled before everybody,
Yeah.
and the fact that I was still doing
Quite a
less
few
than
times.
everybody.
Like, you were leveling a lot more than people, but you were just now getting to the point where you were starting to be equal with everybody else.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of tipped him off. He's like, you're not normal.
Something's wrong.
But...
Oh god, she's a rogue NPC.
That's why I have
She
all those
is.
knowledges, is because knowledge is because my character was a noble, so I actually had schooling. So I can actually take whatever literally in knowledge I want, because I had schooling for it.
It was real nice
She's a
outside.
school.
I know, I was looking at it through the trees. It went too high now, though.
What is it?
The moon.
It's the moon.
Da moon. Da moon. But,
Knowledge.
knowledge. It's not copyright.
I brought this new dedicated Lamborghini.
Dilapidated Lamborghini.
But you know what I like more than my Lamborghini?
Knowledge.
I try to read a book every day.
I skipped that. So I have like
Knowledge.
That's one of my favorite, is that death run, just because you hear them constantly trying to... Who wants that dilapidated Lamborghini? I do!
Blows it up. Son of a bitch. What are we doing? I keep getting distracted.
You were having
You were
a
going to the
Knowledge.
stable.
Yeah. And I guess since he's still working, I'll set up my horses. I have two now, by the way. I
She
have
does.
Gallagher and I have our pack horse.
She has one that's on steroids.
Which one is that?
The one you just bought.
It's not on steroids. It's just a different breed of horse. It's a Belgian draft. Because I wanted to... Wasn't it a Belgian draft? No, it was a Shire.
It was... Yeah, because the Shire one, I was like...
Because I looked for a Belgian draft and they didn't have it, so... It's a Shire. It's our pack horse. I put all the shit on it.
Including the gnome.
Including the gnome has his own
She
little
just
house.
kind of put him in a bag. He's nice. Nice. But yeah, he's working. The horses have clearly been really well taken care of. The boy you can tell the boy he was specifically looking after them. He was making sure that they were kept up with.
Okay.
It actually looks like they recently, like, he washed them, essentially. Like, he
got the bath.
just everything about them is clean and well kept up right now, so. Gallagher seems happier to see than the draft. The draft horse seems kind
Well,
of...
they just bought the draft horse,
Yeah,
so.
it seems kind of just neat. But yeah, Gallagher seems happy to see you.
I love the fact that my horse has a grapple modifier.
Gotta grab on with those teeth.
I guess.
It just kind of sits up on its hind legs and just...
Spider horse. Oh, dude, I wish my horse had more legs. I could totally spider horse that shit.
That's when you just get a hold of Wolf and say, hey...
Hey, Wolf. See this horse?
I want
This horse would be a lot cooler if it was half spider.
Did you ever read any of the Amalgamum comics? It's where they took one thing and fused it with another thing to make something really cool. I want to take a giant spider and fuse it with my
Dude.
horse.
Like a drider with a centaur.
Be horrifying.
Horrifying. Imagine the long spindly legs with little hooves on the end. Instead of doing it's doing the little cloppity clop clop clop.
No. I don't want to imagine that.
Can you imagine it trotting?
Can you imagine all those spiders? Just all of those spiders. Oh, man. Clever. Clever, Curtis. Just clever.
Hey, Curtis, watch
You're
this
on your
second
way
half.
to a pit full of spiders, Curtis. But
I
yeah.
should kill you.
You brought it up.
So,
No, I didn't.
Okay, you're right. But you did not stop.
You brought it up. No, I didn't. Yeah, you're right.
I
Well,
like how quickly that argument both got started and
Done.
was immediately finished. You started this? No. Okay.
It's like, I literally had nothing to do with it. Oh,
You
anyway.
didn't stop it.
So, stable.
She's at the stable, yes.
What are you going to do with your
wait till he's done working. We can start training.
Alright.
17.
After you don't have to wait that long. It seems like he quickened his pace on doing what he was doing to hurry over to get to training and stuff. He has this weapon at his side. It's latched onto his belt, and you can tell that he kind of has some makeshift armor on. It's clearly all mismatched and stuff, and it all looks quite
Come on, we're going
worn.
shopping. That armor's pitiful.
It's all I could afford, though.
We're upgrading you, dude.
Jill's creating.
She's creating the hero of the lands over here.
What are you doing?
I don't remember if I charged it or not, so I'm making sure it wasn't dying.
What's it done?
No.
Alright. Then it lives.
good.
Alright. Well, he nods at that and he's ready and willing to follow you where you tell him to go. So.
Where can I get leather armor?
The armor smith would have it. So. You can either go to him for pre-made leather armor,
I want to
or
get
custom-made armor. You would go to the leather worker.
Go to the one with the giant dwarf.
What would I have a better chance of finding leather that can be like adjusted towards different sizes?
The leather worker would probably be the better one because, like I said, you could get like custom-made one. Like normally, leather
'Cause he's
armor
still
is kind of
big.
just this is
Yeah,
the set.
that's I'm saying something that's actually adjustable.
So you would want the leather worker because then he can actually
Okay.
custom make a set to have that.
Okay, to the leather worker.
Okay. The closest one is run by a dwarf. So It was the one that he brought up. So
Well,
it's a very
Well, with
small
the-
building.
with the
You
dwarf
do
sitting
actually
in the
have to
corner.
kind of hunch over to get in.
I
And,
remember.
okay. You can see the little creatures working around, setting everything up, and the dwarf sitting off towards the back, laughing and drinking away. He's a pudgy fellow. Not pudgy. I'm sorry. That's too nice. He's a fat guy.
I go as like he's clearly the lead.
Yeah.
He's clearly like
Okay.
everything else.
If
is
he was a
clearly
I go
working.
up to
dwarf
him
or
and
a really short fat human or
ask
really
him if he could create
tall,
something that was
fat
adjustable for
gnome.
the young gentleman.
we decided he's probably just a dwarf.
Ah, yes. With the utmost of ease, I could do something like that. Is there a specific time that you're wanting it? Like, are you on like a deadline, or is it kind of? Is he allowed to take his time? Do
He
you
can
need
take
it
his
done?
time, but just not like next
Don't take
year.
forever.
Yeah.
and- yeah, like something like this. If he was to really take his time, he could have it done in like a week or two, or if he was to do it, if he wanted it done quick, he could get it done as soon as like 2 or 3 days from now.
A week or two is
But
fine.
the longer he takes, the better it'll actually be. So
A week or two is fine. I tell him it needs to be delivered to the boy. And how much will it be costing?
364 days.
I only ask for payment for a custom made thing after the work is done. Therefore, if it's not satisfactory and you don't want it, I can always put it up for sale.
Understandable. Thank you.
If I'm able to get it done in 1 week's time, it'll be full price. It'll be 500 gold. But if I have to take 2 weeks to get it done, I'll cut the price in half.
Well, thank you. Take however long you think it needs. It's going on a young lad, and I would hope that it would do
Aye.
what armor needs to do.
Like I'm just saying, like he's confident in his
It's going on
skills.
a
He
young
knows
lad?
he can get it done.
It's going on a young lad? You got kinky. You said on a young lad.
Man,
It is going on a young lad.
get your mind out
He's
like
wearing
that,
it.
Curtis. Jeez. Your perverted thoughts. What's wrong with you?
He's not going to have it sitting down next to him, that's for sure.
Jeez, man. Curtis. Whatever, man. Whatever.
Get your head out of the gutter.
But yeah,
Never.
he's confident in his abilities. He knows he can get it done, and it would be good. Like it'd be how you'd want it within a week's time. He's just saying, if something were to come up and force him to take longer, like if he were to make a mistake, he's willing to basically back it up by saying that he'll charge less.
Okay.
But yeah, this is there. Now, for specifics, are you wanting the armor to be heavier? Are you wanting it to be lighter and more mobility for movement? Heavier to absorb more damage? Are you wanting it to be like what kind of style are you wanting?
Kind of a medium in between, since the one who will be wearing it is in between styles at the moment. He is not yet grown into it, but going without is simply unacceptable.
So not fencing,
Yeah,
but at the same time,
not broadswords.
there's movement to it, but
Yeah.
not so much where the armor is just basically little pads. So, okay.
And all of such being adjustable as the boy grows.
I can have it done. No worries. No worries. I'll send word for you once the item's finished.
Okay. Understandable.
The last thing goes back to drinking. The creature's kind of all part way for you to leave. Spot check. Yeah.
I see it.
You're probably going to see us getting dragged away. Or us walking away.
No, you're somewhere else.
Spot, you said?
Yeah.
22.
One of the little creatures is just staring you down right now, so not like menacingly. It's just, the other ones are kind of just part of. This one's noticeably watching you.
Kill Bill theme,
It
please.
kind of plays too. Are you? Yeah. The confrontation music. But yeah, the boy is noticeably excited. I mean, again,
I'm dropping 500 gold on him. You better be
The
fucking
stranger-
excited.
The stranger, dude, no, he's not ungrateful or anything. I'm just saying that he's notably he's kind of giddy and just really happy.
He thought I was just insulting his armor to insult his armor. He didn't think he'd be getting a 500 gold armor out of it.
He dies from excitement.
Unlike the rest of the town who have strokes, this one has a heart attack. I mean, Hawk was
I almost forgot that was a thing.
Wasn't actually a thing. I just kept having trouble saying what I wanted them to say. Spot check again.
Oh man.
I'll have it to where you have a chance of seeing these two. No.
14!
I won't say that you saw them specifically, but you do see the guards essentially leading two people away.
I don't recognize you. 'cause
No,
you're
you don't
close off.
recognize me at all.
And that's why I'm saying
Probably
I'm
not going to
letting
see
you
me
really
because
say.
I'm half the height of everyone else.
But yeah, it's noticeable that these guards are leading away.
If I don't know who they're leading, I probably won't be paying attention much.
Okay.
Subatomic shrimp.
And what is about
Subatomic shrimp.
what was it, a gnome? Or was it a goblin? Or who the hell was waving at me?
Oh, the little creature? And,
Yeah, the little creature, what's that?
oh, it's a custom
Like trying to
creature,
find
right?
something
Oh.
wrong with the
They're just
jumbo
basically
shrimp.
like shop clerks.
Okay,
Like-
he was just staring
What?
at me all
I was trying to
creepy.
find something wrong with what you were saying, like jumbo shrimp.
I'm trying to think.
Both big and small.
Trying to think of like a good.
Sit notes.
Yeah, sure.
Essentially, basically, sit notes. Except more person than little sit.
They're like when I'm saying they're small, I'm saying that they're real small. Like they're maybe about the size.
So big sit notes.
They're like half the size of me. Possibly less.
Well, you're like 3 foot, aren't you?
I think I'm 3.5. Yeah, 3.5.
Yeah, you're
And
pretty
they'd only
tall.
be about a foot tall. So
They're really small.
that's why they're they're only working in shops like this. So what next, lady? What are we gonna do? Training tonight or?
Training.
All right. I forgot the accent I actually gave him. So
I don't know if we did give him one at all.
Was it British beggar?
no, I
Oh,
didn't
but
make
the
him-
weed had.
I don't think I made him like Cockney or anything. So no, I'll just go back. Right. Once you get back to the clearing area for training, he carefully pulls out his sword. Like you can tell he's wanting to kind of do like the flourish of pull out the sword and stuff. But at the same time, you can kind of tell from how he's pulling it out. He probably tried that at some point
Didn't end well.
and
He wasn't wearing
probably
his,
cut himself or hurt himself doing it. So he's a bit.
He wasn't wearing his motion control strap that day.
And that's how Puppy died.
But yeah, he has his sword at the ready and starts basically going over the katas that you showed him.
You're
no.
so ready for the Rokugan campaign.
I can't think of the other actual word for
Yeah.
like for the actual type. Like each type of sword has a different name for the forms that you do and practice with.
It's forms is just a good word for it. Just
Alright.
the different forms.
He's practicing with the different forms that you showed him.
Cool.
He's also, you can tell he's kind of been setting up a bit more in the clearing. There's clearly he's set up like training dummies and stuff in the clearing too. So
Ask him, does he want to be more agile or more strength based?
I'd rather be moving around more. My dad, when he was fighting, he focused more on just trying to overwhelm with strength, and I mean that didn't end well for Dad. I'd like to be able to come home, and so if it comes down to it, if I need to run, I'd like to be able to have the speed to get away.
I need to outlive Dad.
Yeah. I mean, that's a hope. I mean,
I'm going to tell him some spatial awareness techniques that you can be aware of your spatial, like juggling and shit like that.
Oh.
It helps you with your spatial awareness. And I'm going to tell him, don't be afraid to get some strength, because just because somebody goes all strength, that kind of slows them down a little bit, doesn't mean you can't have any strength, because that can actually help you out.
Oh, he understands that. He's just, like, how he's trying to, how he was described. His dad basically went for, like, berserker kind of type. His dad went in solely to try and overwhelm with strength. He didn't focus on speed. And it clocked over. He's saying that, yeah, he'd much rather be able to have speed rather than... But yeah, no, he understands.
And then I also tell him the next time we train to set up a beam, and then we can spar on the beam. A beam.
Oh, okay.
Just a raised beam that you can stand on while you're
I
not
didn't-
terribly high, or else you will hurt yourself. But
I thought you said bean with an N.
beam.
No, I got it.
It didn't help, did it?
Not really.
I know.
I heard you. I still don't understand what you said, but I heard you. He nods and...
Because that'll also help with balance and whatnot.
His, as he practices and stuff, as he follows along with what you're saying, he has good footwork, like it's down. And he does have a little bit higher than average strength. I mean, he has to deal with
Yeah, he's a
like
farm
horses
boy.
and stuff, picking up and moving heavy bales and everything. So he does actually have strength to him. He's not overly
Probably
built or
more than
anything.
me, what you're saying.
Oh, what's your strength right now? No, he'd probably be just a little bit under you. I mean,
Okay.
you still have at least experience in fighting. His is mostly just kind of farm work, so yeah. So if you're saying
And I
at
have
like
high
a 14,
dexterity, well, higher dexterity, so I'd probably be helping him more so with that.
you have a 14 in strength, he'd have a 12 or 13 in strength.
Okay.
So he's still above average, but not so high that Dex, you do have him beat in Dex, but
Yeah.
again, he's only just starting to train. He'd be probably about 11 or 12 in Dex right now. So.
That's why I'm teaching him the
Yeah.
spatial awareness and balance, and yeah. Can't wait till we get to the part where I can throw things at him. Dodge!
What?
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Throw him at a mountain.
Why didn't you dodge?
That'll unlock his chakra coils and allow him to perform amazing techniques.
You're gonna summon toads.
His Catra coils.
Catra.
His Catra.
No, don't teach him to summon toads. Teach him something more appropriate. Teach him to summon horses.
Once a farm boy, always a farm boy.
It's just all of some names are just nothing but farm animals. You've done it.
I would like some milk this morning. Oh, some of the cow.
You've done it now. As he finishes the summoning, there's a large get ready to face the terror of Jid, as it's just like a goat that looks really pissed to not be where it was. It takes off running. Somebody just kind of stands up big and kind of waves its hands around. Goat screams and falls over. Yeah, well, Jed's down for the count. No, Jed.
Your phone was made in Korea.
What? Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, okay. I was like,
Where does it say that?
I don't know how you figured that out. I mean, sure, I guess.
I need reasons to keep summoning that celestial bison.
You don't need reasons, just do it.
That's your travel companion.
But he only lasts for like a minute before he just
he-
leaves.
Become friends with him. He'll come to you then.
He works hard. Like, he's noticeably, he's still working hard. He's trying his best to improve. He's not so much trying to show off as he was the first night. Like, the first night, he was working hard, but he was clearly also trying to show off to prove that it was worth your time. he seems to kind of have a bit more of an idea of what you want out of out of him during training, and knows that showing off probably isn't the smartest move for him. Well, there. But yeah, no, he's working pretty well, and it goes on for quite a while. Like I had said before, his endurance isn't anything that he has good endurance, so he lasts the entire time. He doesn't complain about the training or anything. Let's see. Highs or lows?
Highs.
Alright.
Like my expectations.
Huh? It paid off for you. He does not hurt himself at any point during training. He's not overly cautious, but it's clear that he's cautious enough that
After he played,
he knows he knows his limits of what he can do. He's not overexerting himself. He's not pushing like his muscles or limbs past the point that he knows. Like once it's starting to kind of hurt, it's noticeable. He starts to kind of back off to make sure that he doesn't have lasting damage or hurt himself enough that. You train with him for a couple of hours and stuff. After all it's said and done and your client quits, he comes up to you and he has not a box.
Thank God.
Because I was going to say he has a box.
He has a small box, son of a bitch. It's going in the collection.
He has what looks like a glass orb. Hands it over to you. So, this is something that my dad got when he was still alive and stuff, and I wanted you to have it as thanks for helping me. He said it always helped him out, gave him good luck, and I mean, for a while, it seemed like he had good luck.
I was gonna say, like, good luck, the one who died.
Ironically enough, the time he didn't come back was the time he left it behind.
It has the power of foresight, if only he knew how to use it.
He said that he got it from somebody who came down from up there, as he points to the floating landmass.
Thank you.
But to be fair, we came up from up there.
Well, that's what we need.
That makes sense.
That's what I believe.
After that, like, he basically cleans up the area and bids you farewell as he heads home to get some rest. So
I'll head back to the inn.
okay. As you enter the inn, you can see there's a bit of a commotion in the... Not like a fight or anything, but there's people clamoring in the entryway and stuff. They're all talking, and it's clear that something... They're talking about stuff that's no, it's not just, how was your day, Jeb? Oh.
Resistance.
Who's talking to the goat?
Son of a bitch.
Did you fuck something up?
There's something I could have done to help my will save. I have the protection domain, and its default ability is I can increase a saving throw 1 per level on a character for the duration of an hour.
Most of those, like, when you were actually trying to get rid of the box, that still wouldn't have helped you. I'm going to let you know that now.
It would have turned my 6 into an 11 with the +2 for being a gnome, and
It still wouldn't have
it
done
would
much.
have helped me get rid of it sooner.
It would have helped you maybe tell the magic user sooner.
Yes.
But, I mean, actually get rid of it? No. It wouldn't. It wouldn't. But, yeah, they're clearly talking about Do you want to attempt to listen, or are you just going to ignore that shit and go to your room?
If I can hear it, what do I hear?
There's multiple things that they talk about, but the three most notable things is that southeast of here, 2 cities controlled by judges are actually starting conflicts with each other. It's the first time since the implementation of the judges into the cities. Up to this point, they haven't fought against each other. These two are actually noticeably. It seems like they might end up going to war at some point. A little ways west of here, there seems to be a small little outpost that's starting to get set up. They're having a bit of problems. It was set up in a relatively safe area when it was first getting built up, but for whatever reason, they're having troubles with the local non-human tribes, so who before them were just fine, and there was no conflict before they actually started setting up. Like, they actually got along with the humans quite well. The moment that the humans actually started setting up, the tribes got noticeably
Irate?
not even irate, like
And
they
subtle?
kind of lost all reason. They just started attacking, even knowing that they couldn't beat them. Like, they're just basically throwing themselves into fights. And then at the northernmost main city, it seems that there is noticeable activity from up in the mountains, and quite a few scholars think that it's actually the first sighting of dragons in the last couple 100 years. So, and people seem to be like, they're worried about the first 2 things, and it's kind of mixed on the first thing. Like, some people seem pretty noticeably worried about the aspect of there being dragons again.
Dragon.
But at the same time, they seem to kind of be excited enough about the fact that dragons.
I'm not opening it.
After a bit, you also hear word of, apparently earlier today, the guards escorted 2 individuals, one who was initially naked, away to the barracks to talk about something that one of them had on him.
Not even gonna try to put it together, are you?
No,
Doesn't have to put it together.
I've already put it together. I'm debating whether I want to deal with it. Were they like, the way they were saying it, did it sound like they were arrested?
No. Like, they're saying it's clear that something was going down. The guards were clearly kind of tense about one of them, and they were escorted away. They weren't arrested or anything. It
Okay.
was,
Then I'm gonna assume he did what I told him to and went to the guards with his voodoo necklace.
hoodoo.
Hoodoo, bitch.
Yes,
That's not what I was going for. I was going for magic dance, but
he was
whatever.
going for magic dance, so I thought about continuing it, and then I didn't want to
You
start
you
it.
thought better.
I thought better. But yeah.
Don't talk about that.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, that's what you hear. So beyond that, there's not a whole lot of. It's kind of normal stuff that happens in the city. Besides that, there's no like noticeable conflicts within the city walls or anything. The city actually seems pretty laid back today. Hey buddy, hey buddy.
Well, I'm gonna assume that if it is my companions, they were getting escorted because he did what I initially told him to do, and he went to the guards with his Hazuki spooky necklace from the boogeyman. I'm going to eat dinner and then go to sleep. Like, bathe and then go to sleep. Because I was training. Probably gross. Yeah. Getting a little
What is it? You need to go outside, buddy.
Okay. Go, buddy. Gross. Heard an O.
Oh, did you now?
He said O. I went up there and said O about something.
Yes, he did.
I'm curious.
Maybe the Kool-Aid Man came through.
Oh, yeah. No, we would hear it a crash.
Maybe it was a very small Kool-Aid Man. The size of a mouse.
The teeniest, tiniest Kool-Aid man. Oh, yeah. Wait, it sounded like Randy Savage. Oh, yeah. Holy shit, the Kool-Aid man is Randy Savage.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. It's like Randy Savage is dead. That means the Kool-Aid man's dead.
Oh, no.
I know, right?
God, I remember the Kool-Aid Man commercials.
Yeah, right? I remember the Slim Jim commercials.
God, those were the worst.
They were so bad.
Oh, you talking about the one they had the
Yeah.
God.
It looked like a straw. Like straw man.
It was
Beef straw.
Mixture of him having to go to the bathroom, but him also seeing a rabbit just sitting on our back porch.
Oh.
So is that what the O was?
Yeah.
Yo, buddy.
Like, as soon as I opened up the door, the rabbit took off, and he took off. He almost had the rabbit. The rabbit got underneath the fence just a little bit before he got there.
Please tell me you get slammed into the fence.
Huh? No. He has, but not this time. He learned. But, yeah. They serve you your dinner, and they prepare your bath for you and stuff. Well, I mean, they don't have, like, plumbing, so it's the older style bath. Yeah, you managed to get your bath, and then you said you're going to bed after that. Alright, then. You make ready for sleep, then. On to you two. As you're being led, the guards are noticeably still kind of unsure about you. The magic user guard with you, he doesn't seem hostile or anything towards you. He's actually acting pretty.
They're hostile.
Don't trust it. Don't trust it. The trick.
Either I trust the necklace or I trust this guy. Either way, I'm fucked.
Well, you're not wrong.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, after a little bit, they get to a circular building. The magic user opens it and leads you inside. The two guards escorting you stop and bar you from going in.
I'll wait there.
Magic user goes in. So, in here we have protection wards up. Speak your mind.
I was given that necklace from some man in the shadows, and all day I've been having this urge to put it on. And I don't want to wear it. I know it's necromancy, and I don't want it.
Bad juju.
You remind me of the babe.
He just showed.
Babe.
He just showed up in the.
What power?
Power of voodoo.
He just.
Voodoo?
You do.
Do what?
Remind me of the babe.
I'm not babe.
Sorry, when you guys said voodoo earlier, I thought it and I didn't say it.
He just showed up in my room in the middle of the night and just gave it to me, and didn't have much of a choice to give it back.
Take out the necklace.
Open the box.
Take out the
Is it
necklace.
is it still there?
Yeah.
Okay, take out the necklace then.
He stares at it for a little bit before he starts pulling off his gloves and then going for his helmet.
Surprise! He's the boogeyman!
No.
Oh.
Takes off the glove and instantly transforms into the boogeyman. You're like,
Hi!
Takes off the helmet. Turns
You
out to
son
be
of
the
a
rock.
bitch! I gave you a nice necklace and you didn't do anything with it.
How
What?
dare you!
That's half what I'm expecting.
it takes off neck. Why haven't you put this on yet?
Why haven't you put it on?
As the guard takes off his helmet, I mean, he's not the boogeyman, so.
Damn it. That's what we just named him. We named this horrible necromancer the boogeyman.
Fuck, we're the reason it gets started.
He's the guy, though, he is extremely pale. Kind of stares at you.
Does it look like the same face of the robed guy?
No.
It's not the boogeyman.
I did see his face, or at least the
You
face
did.
he wanted you to see.
You did actually see his face. Well, you saw a little bit of his face. But no, this guy looks nothing like him.
Okay.
Excellent.
Put it on.
What?
Put it on.
But it's evil.
Put it on.
I don't trust this guy.
No.
You put it on.
He starts to move toward. He's noticeably taking a more kind of threatening pose towards you now as he's starting to move towards you. Put it on.
Why?
Nicholas has his voodoo on him.
I don't need a reason. Put it on.
You put it on.
He smiles. As he reaches over and he takes the necklace. He puts it on. Nothing happens.
Have a good day.
Have fun with your new necklace.
We're not done.
But why?
He takes off the necklace
But why
and
are
holds
we
it out
done?
towards you. Now you put it on.
This really is gonna be like just somewhere delivering the sword.
I don't want to.
I'm not saying, would you please put it on?
You just did.
I'm
No,
saying,
thanks.
put it on. So, put it on.
I don't have the urge anymore.
Just start talking in Gnomish again. No Espel in English.
He speaks back.
Just cycle through languages.
He's still just standing there holding it out.
In Gnome. Your mother's a whore and I want no part of this.
Oh!
Please don't let him have it.
No, he's gonna have it.
He's probably gonna give it to him.
In Gnome, put it on.
Just do it now. What's the worst that can happen now?
Well, I'm assuming the necklace isn't a good thing.
Spot check. No.
$22.
Okay, you don't notice. Put it on.
Okay.
Alright.
All this, and you're inevitably gonna put it on.
Call him a bully.
Take it from him. Throw it across the room.
No!
This is like a child and a parent. Put on your pants.
This isn't a situation about pants, though.
Trust me, it's exactly.
This is something my
it's
character
exactly the same
believes
as
is
pants.
evil and wants no part of it.
Pants are evil.
Does 24 break your AC?
Slightly.
Okay. He backhands you.
Cry.
Break down and cry.
Do I hear the slap?
I'm not.
No.
I'm not having a good day.
You don't hear anything.
But do you hear the cries of your lover? The wails. The wails of the one you
Now,
love.
there. Through your bond, go ahead and roll.
Oh, come on! I have a decent
Like-
listen too.
If it weren't for the fact that I've been pushing this so much, no,
have-
5.
you hear something muffled.
Something doesn't seem right.
It doesn't sound good though. In there, you're not able to pinpoint exactly what
Right.
it is.
So I'll look at the garden next to you for now. What's going on in there? Is there any windows or anything?
No.
Just the door to get in.
I really wish you just broke out. Lover, I'm coming! Start banging on.
No. You've seen some of the guards
Right.
before. Spot check on the guards.
Spot is at 27 with a nat 20.
Alright.
Of course, all my 20s go towards you. It's fate, my friend.
Just accept it. He's trying to help you and save you. Woo. Getting a little fresher. It's so disturbing because I
Go
know for a
on.
fact
What
monkey
did I-
gnomes kind of sort of look like children. The same thing with the halflings.
Yeah.
It's,
And
you just can't stay away from the kids,
Well-
can you? Those monks of yours are just fucked up.
yeah. While these guards do look quite a bit like the other guards that you've seen before, there are some noticeable differences now that you're actually looking at. You can basically get it through your mind that these guys might not be legit. So
Man in the shadows gives me a necklace. Then the city guards for me to wear the necklace.
2 guards around me, right?
yes,
Any other guards around?
The city
How
wants
do
you
you
to
see?
wear the necklace.
I'm gonna step towards the door.
they both get at the right. They both are going for their weapons.
Okay. We'll grapple one of them.
Okay, roll your grapple.
Dude, what's your strength?
Don't just grapple throw.
Yeah, what is your strength?
Huh?
No,
What's your strength?
dude, you know what I did to fuck up